Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of the Football for Life show podcast with your host, Hayden. And I wanted to get around to this video and these series of videos to sort of recap on the last couple of weeks worth of transfer news and things like that. Transfer rumors and some other big stories. I haven't got around to posting them yet. Or making them yet, which is what I'm doing now. And yeah, so I figured we'd go through the reports from the 7th and the 8th. I know it's 12 days ago, but then we'll go through in the next few videos and we'll do more recent rumors just to really get up to speed where we're all at with Liverpool. Specifically, obviously, that's, I'm a Liverpool fan. My co-host, when he's available, is a Liverpool fan. So, yeah, most of our attention is geared to covering Liverpool. And then what I'll do is probably over the next week or so, I'll try and get together more, put together more rumors from across Europe. And then we'll have a bit of more of a discussion video like that. So let's dive into it quickly. And these videos won't be very long. They'll be maybe, 10 minutes or something. So yes, so starting on the 7th of June, we finally got confirmation about Gini Wijnaldum. There was a report at 5:52, Chris Beasley reported that in an article stating Wijnaldum signs for PSG. Reports that departing Liverpool midfielder Gini Wijnaldum has signed on for Paris Saint-Germain. It goes on to say Jorginho Wijnaldum has signed his contract with PSG. Paris Saint-Germain confirmed and done deal. Medicals pending in the next hours, and then it will be official agreement until June 2024. Yeah, it had been a really complicated story because to end that tweet, it said Gini changed his mind yesterday. He's not joining Barcelona and he's now a PSG player. Basically, Fabrizio Romano was keeping us all up to date on that day, and there were multiple sources and multiple tweets basically showing how the day progressed and how the news progressed. So basically, it says, I don't know what's happened there. I've lost the beginning of it. Basically, the earliest tweet said PSG are now ready to hijack the Wijnaldum deal while Barcelona were already planning for medicals. Flag, and then he put a flag France, and then he said Gini now open to accepting a PSG proposal. Salary doubled. Pochettino called him too. If Barcelona don't raise their bid, Wijnaldum will join PSG. Official decision in the next hours. Then the update said Gini Wijnaldum has decided to join Paris Saint-Germain. Barcelona have no intention to raise their bid, and they have agreed after they had an agreement ready for 2 weeks and medicals planned. Gini is now set to accept PSG's proposal until 2024 with salary more than doubled compared to the Barca bid. And then there was that final announcement on the 7th of June with everything else being at 10 a.m. on the 6th. And he said, Gini Wijnaldum has signed his contract with Paris Saint-Germain, confirmed and done deal, medicals pending in the next hours, and then it will be official agreement until June 2024. So Gini is now an official PSG player. Can't honestly blame him for that. I guess at this point in his career, it makes the most sense for him to go go for one last big paycheck. Yeah, so again, the same day, the Liverpool Echo were talking about just other news. Wright says Calvert-Lewin should be disappointed with Henderson. Everton's Calvert-Lewin should be disappointed with Jordan Henderson over the pair's penalty incident, reckons Ian Wright. The blue striker won a spot kick in yesterday's 1-0 friendly over Romania in Middlesbrough and looked eager to step up from 12 yards himself before the skipper spoke to him and took the ball for himself. HITC quoted Wright as telling ITV Sport, "The thing is, it's the person that you're bumping off, isn't it? It's Jordan Henderson. As much as we look at someone who's never scored for England, missed in the shootout against Colombia, he fancied it. He wanted to take it. It's the type of game that if you don't take it, then this is the type of game to take it. It's the type of game, if you're going to take it, then this is the type of game to take it to build your confidence. But I would be disappointed if I was Calvert-Lewin because you can see that he wanted it. It would be very disappointed if I was the striker." There was another article that said, that was, again, reported by the Liverpool Echo. This is the main source that I've gone through. Klopp could finally seal transfer for #1 Liverpool target. Jurgen Klopp could finally seal the transfer for his #1 Liverpool target, 4 years on from when he first tried to, according to a report. The Mirror reckons that Julian Brandt, then with Bayer Leverkusen, was top of the Reds list was on the top of the Reds wanted list back in 2017 before they landed Mohamed Salah. However, citing Ruhr-Nachrichten, they say that Borussia Dortmund are now prepared to let the player leave the club this summer. Despite being surplus to requirements in Germany, Brandt is still only 25 years old. The article writes, states, "The question now is whether Liverpool are still interested in signing the versatile midfielder, once deemed one of Germany's biggest talents. Brandt has now seen less action for Dortmund this season, making 17 starts in the Bundesliga and just 2 in the Champions League. Much of that is down to Dortmund being well stocked for players who can fulfill similar roles to Brandt, hence their willingness to let him go. Their own financial difficulties also play a part, and it's likely he will be available for a modest price, with Bild recently reporting that Dortmund will sell for around 17.5 million euros, something that would tempt Liverpool to admit their own restraints. Klopp has already sanctioned a 35 million deal for Ibrahim Konate, and further spending is expected to be limited unless he can offload some of his fringe stars. With Jorginho Wijnaldum departing, another midfield is needed before the season kicks off, whilst competition and backup for the front three would also be welcomed. Brandt could also be a solid answer that effectively covers both bases, given that he can both play centrally as well as out wide, similar to Oxlade-Chamberlain, whose own durability, like that of Naby Keita's, is still a big question mark at this point. The next story moves on to talk about the Konate transfer. It says, Carragher gives verdict on Konate transfer. Jamie Carragher believes Liverpool's record in the transfer market makes the capture of Ibrahim Konate an exciting one, right, Paul Gorst. Carragher told the Echo, I've seen snippets of him in the Champions League. Obviously last season when Leipzig did really well. I watched him this season. I've watched him a few days ago for France at the under-21s. And he just looks massive. He's big and I like the size of him. He looks like he can cover the ground. He's got big, long strides, which was when I was watching him play. And he looks like a huge presence. And you just trust Liverpool with signings. You just do now. The way they go about it with Jurgen Klopp and Michael Edwards, the prices they pay, the ages that they get certain players at, you just trust them. So, if Liverpool feel that someone is good enough to bring in, they've got a whole fan base on side because of their track record. Mane hits out after being left in the dark. Don't worry, Liverpool fans. Nothing our club did wrong. Liverpool's Sadio Mane is lashed out after being left in the dark while on international duty with Senegal. The Reds have provided a goal and an assist during his country's 3-1 win over Zambia on Saturday, but was left stuck in the changing rooms at halftime when the usual 15-minute break had to be extended to 35 minutes due to a power cut. Mane was apparently not impressed, either with the lighting issues or the playing surface. SportWitness is cited by SportWitness, quote him as saying, "The Senegalese people deserve better. What happened is deplorable. For top-level players, it's complicated to wait 30, 35 minutes and then get back into the game again. What happened isn't worthy of a football country like Senegal. I think they need to do better, and the state of the pitch was catastrophic." And then a bit on the striking situation that we've got and possibly our options going forward. Liverpool are once again being linked with Fiorentina's Dusan Vlahovic, scoring 21 goals in 40 games. The 21-year-old has spoken out saying he sees himself with the Italian side, but it has not reportedly put sides in the Premier League off. According to Corrieredellosport, Liverpool could be in the forward's mind as his agents held talk with the clubs last month, but the Reds are reportedly set to face fierce competition from AC Milan. Again, some of these stories, because of the day that I collected this information on, it's going to be out of date, but I think it's still good to try and map out how the last month has gone for transfers. Roma Daka. Patson Daka has emerged as a target for Serie Roman giants Roma this summer. Obviously now, of course, about to be under the tutelage of Jose Mourinho. The 22-year-old's name features on many shortlists this summer, following a brilliant year at Red Bull Salzburg, with report from Spain last week claiming that forward was set to sign for Liverpool. And of course, we had met with him and we'd been following him since we played that preseason friendly, and he scored twice against us. The Reds have already agreed, apparently. It says here, the Reds have already agreed a deal to sign Ibrahima Konate from RB Leipzig, and reports last week claimed Daka could join the defender at Anfield this summer. But according to the Italian daily Gazzetta dello Sport, Daka is on the wish list of Roma as well ahead of the transfer window. Saul Niguez claim. Liverpool linked Saul Niguez could be attainable this summer, according to reports in Spain. Last week, Marca claimed Manchester United were well placed to sign the Atletico Madrid midfielder. And today, Mundo Deportivo said the Spaniard is determined to move in the summer. He's been a key player for Diego Simeone and has made 41 appearances in all competition as Atletico won the La Liga title. On that day, Liverpool legend, another article talks about Carragher's work in the local community. Carragher helps raise more than £14,000 for a local charity. Liverpool legend Jamie Carragher helped raise more than £14,000 for a local charity this Sunday afternoon. The former Reds defender took part in a sponsored walk from his home to Anfield as the 23 Foundation supported local cause An Hour for Others. Carragher strolled from Crosby to the Reds' famous stadium on Saturday afternoon, alongside 55 others in a charitable venture that was sponsored by over 20 organizations. For those involved, the walk consisted of a minimum of 5 miles, starting from a preferred destination, before finishing at Taggy's Bar, a Liverpool-themed bar in Anfield. I think we're the best at pulling together. I don't think anywhere that can match Merseyside in terms of getting behind local charities, Carragher told the Echo on the Friday. And I think we have received a lot of help with the work that we've done with the 23 Foundation, so we wanted to repay that back. We're all a team and we've got different charity titles. If you like, and what our charities are for. But in the main, every charity in Liverpool, people are behind us and we can all help each other. This is what Liverpool is all about as a city. This is what our football clubs are about. And that is what we should be always about. And the city will never change that. So it's not about one particular charity. And we try to help as many people as we possibly can. Gil Watkins of AHFO added, even before the pandemic, we saw a lot of initiatives throughout Liverpool showing support, such as fans supporting food banks, an hour for others, the Spirit of Shankly, Liverpool's Disabled Supporters Club. There have been loads that have come together. And when the pandemic hit, I think there was no city more ready for it, because we've done it all before, haven't we? It was emotional at times. We've been crying in isolation, knowing that there are volunteers out there that can put a smile on your face. Kevin Morland, AHFO founder, said, "We have been linked in with the 23 Foundation now for a couple of years. They have been absolutely fantastic for us. Since then, the foundation has always been on hand to help us. We're a small grassroots charity. Our gala has been cancelled twice now, so the idea of a 5-mile walk where people can join in from their homes is huge for us. So we really appreciate the help. Hopefully it's something we can do every year to hope it grow and maybe do 6 miles next time." So wrapping up on this one, we've got two more stories and then we're done for the day. Or for this video at least. Yeah, Ipswich eyeing Kelleher. Ipswich Town are reportedly eyeing a move for Liverpool goalkeeper Kevin Kelleher this summer. That is according to TWTD, who claim the Reds are keen to send the Irish under-21 international out on loan to gain first-team experience in 2021-22 season. The Irish international made a senior debut in 2019-2020 and has now made 9 senior appearances, 2 in the Premier League and 2 in the Champions League, where he looked very, very confident and actually very much like a safe pair of hands for our team going forward, as like a second or third keeper. And then the final story is, oh no, actually I have 2 more. Porto eyeing Grujic. Marco Grujic will finally leave Anfield this summer, according to German outlet Berliner Kurier. The Serbian has featured just 16 times since moving to Anfield in January 2016, spending time on loan at Cardiff City, Hertha Berlin, and most recently Porto. Of course, at Hertha Berlin, they loved him so much that they made him like an instant legend. Yeah, the latter pair of clubs are reportedly interested in 25-year-old, and any asking price will be around the 12 million mark. Yes, and our final story of the news on the 7th was that Barella linked with Reds. Liverpool and Arsenal are reportedly 2 clubs interested in signing Nicolo Barella this summer. Despite winning the Scudetto last season, Inter Milan are in financial trouble. The Scudetto is the league. Inter Milan are in financial trouble and will almost certainly sell some of their top players this summer, with Antonio Conte's exit believed to be linked to the club's summer transfer plans. And according to Anfield Central, the 24-year-old part of his country's Euro 2020 squad, is being eyed by the Reds. But they are set to face competition from Arsenal. I can't understand that it would be much competition, but there we go. But the report also claims that despite Inter's need to sell off players to support their finances, they will force a high fee beyond, believed to be beyond 50 million out of any interested clubs for the player under the contract until 2024. So yeah, this is the transfer updates for the 7th of June. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.